Mike S.
Tell me, anybody want to tell me? Anybody want to tell me?
The thread of this podcast is for us to, tell lighthearted stories, funny memories about, loved ones we know, whether it be comedians, family members, whatever, colleagues who have, they're no longer with us. They passed away.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Obviously, hence the title, To
Yeah.
Laugh at Death.
Yeah.
So,
It fits.
Yeah.
You are a funeral director. It fits.
Yeah, right.
So
right,
good to see you now, as opposed to then.
Yeah, as people say around me, they say, well, it's better to be seen than viewed.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't want to be viewed.
Right. Well,
I mean, not for a while.
not for a while.
Not for a while.
You know what I'm
I got
saying?
some stuff to do.
Who'd you have in mind? Who's the person or people
Right.
that you
That's easy. Daddy.
right?
My daddy. That's so easy. My Hoyle Henry Martin Sr.,
Wow.
who blessed the earth, blessed me, blessed our family to live 94 wonderful, joyous years. He just passed a couple years ago.
Wow.
94 years, great life, and he was right there at the house. He was at the house when he passed. I was there, and I loved that it was that way. Just loved my father, but my dad was a man's man.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
was a man's man. He didn't take no shit. He was a God-fearing man, but
Yeah.
he didn't take no shit.
That's right. That's right.
And I got three of them in my head right now that were. I'm trying to think which one I'm gonna talk about first. I got three. He was just. Well, since I just said he's God-fearing man, I talk about the one at church.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I was raised as a Seventh-day Adventist.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
If anybody doesn't know about that, the easiest way I explain it is we kind of just like the Baptist church. We just go to church on Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
And don't confuse us with the people who knock on your door early in the morning.
Yeah.
There ain't no shade on them, but that's not us, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Do you have a moment to talk about it, Lord? That's not us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Gotcha.
So with the Seventh-day Adventist church or doctrines or teachings, the strictest of them believe the Sabbath starts at sunset on Friday to sunset on Saturday, the same way I believe the Jews recognize it as that as well.
Okay.
So the strict people at the church that I was raised in, that also means don't work on Friday night or don't party on Friday night. Therefore, if you have your children, they shouldn't be playing sports on Friday night.
Oh.
Segue to what happened with my daddy.
Okay.
So I was doing my thing. I went to Charlotte Catholic High School here in Charlotte. I was doing my thing. I was starting point guard for Charlotte Catholic, and I was trying my best to get me a scholarship. I was point guard. I was averaging about 21, 22 a game. I was nice, but the games was on Friday night.
Oh.
And then some games I would get real sexy, 25, 30, 10 assists, blah, 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 couple of dunks, you know what I'm saying? So then that would make its way to the Charlotte Observer. It would make its way to the paper. So this was one Saturday at church. It was one Saturday at church. It's after church. Me and my dad are walking to the car. Okay. So my mom had drove separately because she was singing in the choir. She was doing a bunch of stuff. She was doing something, ushering or something.
The Lord's work.
The Lord's work.
Yeah.
So me and my dad are going to the car. And this other gentleman, I know his name. I will not say it because his derivatives of his family, probably some of them are still probably at the church. We don't need to do all that.
Right.
But he says to my dad, "Oh, Brother Martin, if I could have a word with you, sir."
Oh yeah. See.
And you know how we are as kids. I just sensed. I was like, I don't know what he gonna say, but I kind of want to hear it. I don't know what this man gave to say to my daddy.
Yeah.
And my daddy, this was another man who was, I can't remember what his position was in the church, but he was known at the church, all right?
Right.
So he goes, Brother Martin, if I can have a word with you. So he goes, so I'm still standing right there. My dad is right here. Here's the gentleman. He goes, I see your son is doing quite well in the basketball. But we as stewards, I said, oh, right when he said that, I said, oh boy. I said, he done picked the wrong one. He don't know. You don't really know the other side of my daddy.
Yeah.
My daddy from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn.
Yeah, the old Brooklyn, not the new Brooklyn.
The old Brooklyn.
Not the new Brooklyn.
You understand?
Yeah.
My daddy was in the Army, Fort Bragg. That's where he met my mama in Fayetteville.
Oh, okay.
Back before the Civil Rights Movement. So my daddy done had to fight many times.
Yeah.
I said, oh, what this dumb ass man say to my daddy?
Apparently you don't know what ass whooping means.
Right. And the Lord and Jesus ain't gonna have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I know my daddy. I know my daddy. And he says, we as stewards of our family and children, I see your son is having great success, but I saw that he's playing on Friday nights, and then he hit him with that, what does it profit a man?
Gain
the word.
well and lose.
Y'all know it, your grandma know it, profit a man and gain the word, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
My dad, this look came over my dad's face. My dad said, is that right? And then he turned and looked at me, he said, son, go to the car. I said, oh, shit. He about to slap the shit out of this nigga with the large King James Version Bible, large print edition.
Jesus gonna have to come down off the cross.
Yeah, that big King James that weigh about 8 pounds, the big one.
With the gold.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
That your grandma don't even need her magnifying glass for, the big one. So you know how we are as kids. So I turned and acted like I was headed to the car. But I was like, oh, hell no, I got to hear this.
Yeah.
This gonna be too good, because I know my daddy. My dad said, sir, if you ever say anything to me again about me or how I raise my family, I will knock your ass out in this church parking lot. And he said, now when I lean back from you, you're gonna smile and we're gonna wish each other good day like everything is fine. I heard all of it. And I'm sitting there going, my daddy is a G! And sure enough, my daddy said, brother such and such, it was good seeing you. Hope you have a good dinner. Got to say hello to the wife for me.
Let me tell you something. That has to be the most diplomatic threat
yes.
I have ever heard in my life.
And when I tell you my daddy meant it, and that nigga knew that he meant it.
Yeah.
I saw the look in his face from the look in my daddy's face. I said, boy, you about to get knocked out at church.
Yeah, that's like basically he found out that your father was a killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's only killers talk like that.
Yeah.
I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Like no, I'm
because he used to my daddy being in church. Go ahead, pastor.
Yeah.
Make it plain.
Yeah.
Right? But take your time. He used to all that.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't know he was from Brooklyn.
You didn't know good men can be dangerous.
You got introduced to Brooklyn.
I've never heard anybody threaten somebody and say, listen, if you ever bring this up again,
ever,
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, right here.
Now when I lean back,
we're gonna be there. And when I tell you the man played the part,
yeah, I was too.
My daddy said, brother, good seeing you, brother, and God bless your family. He said, good seeing you too, Brother Martin, and we look forward to seeing you next week. I thought the man was about to start. I thought he was about to start dancing.
Well,
that's the spirit.
Yeah, well, he probably would have. He'd have been thanking the Lord that your father didn't just decide to go off on him right there.
So, mind you, I'm supposed to be at the car.
Right.
But I done forgot. I'm feeling so good now. I done forget. Oh, you should have been skipping like you was at the car. You should have done skipped on. My daddy goes, didn't I tell you to go to the car? And my daddy was one of the people that when he spoke, he put fear in me.
Yeah, I had one of those. Yeah.
He put fear in me.
Yeah.
You know, 6 foot, 215, solid. Even as a 40 and 50-year-old man, no beer belly, no dad bod, none of that. So I said, "Oh, yes, sir." He said, "You heard everything I said, didn't you? Don't lie to me." Yes, sir." "Cool, we're gonna go home and eat dinner with your mama, not a word."
Yeah.
And I got in the car, I was like, "My daddy is a G." And we got to the house, we walked in the house, he said, "Not a word of this to your mama."
Yeah, hey, right. Cause
To this day, unless she see this, my mama has never heard this story.
That's what a lot of people don't get about old school marriage.
Yeah.
Like, your father could have been a G with anybody.
Right.
But don't tell your mama.
Yeah.
Your mama thinks she think I done changed.
Right.
Your mama been working.
That's
on
why
me
she
for-
married me.
Yeah, she you know.
Because
what I
she
mean?
said, "Oh, he don't be breaking glasses over people's head no more."
Yeah, you know what I mean? I've been working on him for years.
I got him in church.
Yeah, and the only thing about it, your father learned how to act like he got some sense. That is
Man, that
beautiful.
thing, I laughed about that for years. I think about it now, I still laugh about it. I must have been 16, 17, something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you was just nosy.
Yeah.
You had to hear what
I had to. I was like, even if I get in trouble, it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
My
Well, it
dad,
was.
when I saw my daddy go, "Oh, is that right?" I said, "Good sir, you about to get fucked up." You don't even know.
Oh my gosh, man.
So
that's crazy. So that's what we started. We started at the church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, any place else you wanted to go with that?
That's it for that story.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool.
For that one.
For that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
for
you
that
can keep rolling.
Mike S.
Ah,